Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Attack on Titan 2 on the GeForce GTX 1060, 3GB. For performance monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to download this software, there's a link down in the description. So Attack on Titan 2, I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip down those sections of the video, check the description below. So first of all, I'll show you the G4560 with the maximum settings to see what frame rate we get. It seems that on this game the G4560 versus Ryzen 3 doesn't make a huge difference, so the game is more GPU bound than anything else, but I'll just show you the G4560 to have it there since it's a cheaper CPU. Then I switched to the Ryzen 3 1200 with a 3.9 GHz overclock, and I show you again maximum settings on 1080p. And then I tweaked the game a little bit in order to maintain 60 frames per second more consistently. So I lower effects to medium, shadows to medium, and I also turn off depth of field and reflections in order to have some room to spare since the game can drop as low as 35 FPS on max settings. Then I switch to 1440p and I will target 30 frames per second, so I crank up the settings to the max, and that's enough to maintain over 30 frames per second most of the time. And then I just lower the settings, trying to maintain constant 60 frames per second or as close to that as possible. And finally I switched to 4K, but this time around doing an overclock on this game wasn't 100% viable. For some reason this game with my overclock on the 1060 was just crashing. It didn't happen on my 750 Ti, 1050 Ti, so it might be just a thing with the game. So I just made a 20 MHz overclock just to have something and run it at 4K, but since I wasn't able to maintain anything close to 60 frames per second, I just did a 30-ish FPS target. That means that the game drops below 30 sometimes, especially when some titans are destroying buildings or they're falling into the ground. A lot of transparencies, all that kind of stuff. In my opinion, not a deal breaker, but I would just play at 1440p if you want a high resolution, and if you want the best frame rates, just play at 1080p and you'll be fine. In the options menu, the options that gave me the biggest boost in performance was to lower shadows, then reflections, effect quality, ambient occlusion, then depth of field a little bit, and anti-aliasing. Those are the options that gave me the biggest difference in performance, especially shadows. You can even turn them off if you want. The effect quality option is also important because when dust or smoke shows up, when a Titan falls into the floor, there's smoke everywhere. That avoids the huge performance hit that you get when there's a lot of transparencies on screen. As I said, when a Titan falls onto the floor, when buildings are being destroyed, all that kind of stuff. So it's a very helpful option as well. And then the ambient occlusion option, it doesn't say which technique it is, but it seems to be SSAO, but it's not very accurate. You'll see that in very close environments. It just looks like a dark halo around the edges of the objects, which sometimes can look kinda weird, but it still does the job. And motion blur in this game, it seems to be done fine. It looks nice when you're moving just very fast through the map because it makes the game look faster just when you're traveling, and when you're fighting a Titan or something, it can be quite annoying, so I recommend you try it out and see how it goes. But so far the biggest performance impact was more than 2 Titans on screen plus some NPCs flying around, in the city area mostly because the buildings can be destroyed. Outside the city area, for example in a place with a lot of foliage, it can also be a big hit, but it's not as big of a hit as in the city due to that destruction, number of Titans, all that kind of stuff. So far the difference between the highest and low without turning off shadows doesn't look that much different. So if you want smoother frame rates, I recommend you comfortably just lower the settings. The game still looks good enough. I just recommend keeping outline effects enabled, grass enabled, and shadows on low if you're trying to go for the higher frame rates. And that's how you lower the settings without completely destroying the aesthetic of the game. That's pretty much my objective on some of the GPUs like the 1050 Ti or 750 Ti. So keep that in mind. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
ああ、そこのバカより100倍マシだな。 誰のことだよ。あの縁談、救援要請だよな。おい、助けに行くぞ。
ほっとけよ。あっちは私らの持ち場じゃねえだろ。
でも私は行く。見捨てていい理由なんてないよ。
倒す。よし、訓練の成果を見せてやろうぜ。
行くよ。ユミルが先行して偵察に出てるの。まずは合流しなくちゃ。
見えたか？えらいことになってんぜ。
巨人がもうこんなに。
やるしかねえか。さっさと巨人どもを倒すぞ。
頑張らなきゃ。私もみんなの役に立ちたい。
やった。やるじゃねえか。
ああ、そこのバカより100倍マシだな。
おい、誰のことだよ。そうだ。あの縁談、救援要請だよな。おい、助けに行くぞ。
ほっとけよ。あっちは私らの持ち場じゃねえだろ。
でも私は行く。見捨てていい理由なんてないよ。
よし、訓練の成果を見せてやろうぜ。
行くよ。
ユミルが先行して偵察に出てるの。まずは合流しなくちゃ。
見えたか？えらいことになってんぜ。
巨人がもうこんなに。
やるしかねえか。さっさと巨人どもを倒すぞ。
頑張らなきゃ。私もみんなの役に立ちたい。
これ、倒したぜ。やってやるぜ。いたか。 倒す。これ落としたぜ。やるじゃねえか。
ああ、そこのバカより100倍マシだな。
おい、誰のことだよ。あの縁談、救援要請だよな。おい、助けに行くぞ。
ほっとけよ。じゃあ私らの持ち場じゃねえだろ。
でも私は行く。見捨てていい理由なんてないよ。
よし、訓練の成果を見せてやろうぜ。
ユミルが先行して偵察に出てるの。まずは合流しなくちゃ。
見えたか？えらいことになってんぜ。
巨人がもうこんなに。
やるしかねえか。さっさと巨人どもを倒すぞ。
頑張らなきゃ。私もみんなの役に立ちたい。
やってやるぜ。こりゃ頼んだぜ。任せとけユミル。まだだ。くそ。どうだ。いたか。やるじゃねえか。よし、訓練の成果を見せてやろうぜ。
ユミルが先行して偵察に出てるの。まずは合流しなくちゃ。
見えたか？えらいことになってんぜ。
巨人がもうこんなに。
やるしかねえか。さ さっさと巨人どもを倒すぞ。
倒す。
頑張らなきゃ。私もみんなの役に立ちたい。
討伐する。邪魔だ。やってやるぜ。やるじゃねえか。
ああ、そこのバカより100倍マシだな。
おい、誰のことだよ。あの縁談、救援要請だよな。おい、助けに行くぞ。
ほっとけよ。あっちは私らの持ち場じゃねえだろ。
でも私は行く。見捨てていい理由なんてないよ。
倒す。頼んだぜ。分かったぜ。落ちた。やった。
ありがとう。助かった。